Hi there everyone, this is Adrien, the exercise specialist from the Leduc Beaumont Devon Primary Care Network. Hope you are all doing well today. Today I wanted to show you guys some basic exercises that you can do around your house to get a full body workout using some basic kind of household appliances or things around your house to do some general movements. There's obviously best case scenario for doing these exercises, you would use things like some real dumbbells. But if you don't have dumbbells, there are plenty of ways that you can get exercise around your house with using things as proxies for dumbbells. So for example, you could use cans of soup. It's not meant to be an advertisement, obviously, but can of soup. You can do all the exercises with the soups. Another option that I often recommend that you can use is jugs of milk. Obviously, it doesn't have to be 4 liter jugs of milk. You can use 2 liters, 1 liter, whatever you want. What is great about these is they do have handles on them, so it's easier to hold. And also, if you need a bit more weight, you can put some water in them, fill them up, make them a little heavier. So right now these are empty, so they're really light. But if I was to put some water in them, over time they would start to get fairly heavy and make the exercises more difficult. So I'll take you guys through all the exercises today that I would recommend, and I'll use each kind of implements today. So like I said, you can use dumbbells, cans, jugs of milk. You could use water bottles if you put some water in them to give them some weight. Really anything that you can hold in your hands. You could use a dog if you want, and you feel comfortable with that. To say I haven't used my dog once or twice for exercises would be a lie. So before we begin, as per usual, if you are new to exercise, or if you are returning to exercise from a long layoff, and or if you have a medical condition that may make doing physical activity difficult, please consult with your physician prior to beginning any exercise program. Thank you. So I'm going to take you through all these exercises today. You by no means have to do all of these exercises. These are just 10 exercise examples that you could do with regular household items. With these exercises, if you do them all, you are definitely hitting all of your body parts for your whole body. But you could, do the first 5 one day, do the second 5 another day, or so on and so forth if you want to break it up. I will also just be going through each exercise one time. But for most people, the best case scenario would be to do 2 to 3 sets per exercise. Now I'm only going to be showing 1 set today. Generally, we want to keep your repetitions somewhere between 8 and 15 repetitions per set. And that's a really easy way to try and track your progress over time. Let's say with all the first exercises, you're only able to do one or two sets, and in those 1 or 2 sets, you're only getting 8 or so repetitions. Your goal could then be the following week, if you're still only getting 1 or 2 sets, to then try and get, let's say, 10 repetitions. So you're slowly increasing volume over time, which is where progression happens. Awesome. So hopefully that explains things. And once again, like I said, you don't have to do all these in one workout, but it's just some exercises that you could do if you want to try working some individual muscle groups or your full body. So the first one I will show you guys is the overhead press. So usually for this, you would use a barbell or some dumbbells. For example, I will use the milk jugs. So this can be done seated or standing. For this one, I will show it seated. And be standing upright, nice and tall. You take your milk jugs. You want to hold them down to where they are in line with your shoulders as close as possible. If you're not able to get into this position due to some restrictions, that's okay. I have other exercises on here that work the same muscle groups that we will go through. You want to try to have the dumbbells in line with your shoulders, your wrists roughly above your elbows, so you're not up here, you're not in here, roughly in line. And if you can, have the milk jugs roughly at ear level. Is the best case scenario for it. So to show you guys up close, kind of like that. So from here, what we'll be doing is we'll be taking the dumbbells, or in this case the milk jug, and we'll go straight up and then back down, up and back down. You see I'm not going crazy, a little jerky and crazy. It's control up, pause and down, up, pause and down, up, pause, and down. From the sides, you see I'm going straight up. I'm not going forward or back. If you can, you go straight up, and even try to poke your head a little bit through. Poke my head a little bit through. So 8 to 15 repetitions for that for a couple sets. Moving on to the next exercise would be a lateral raise. So another great way to work those shoulder muscles. Use the cans at this time. You can hold the cans at your side, arm straight, and you're going straight out. Sleeve there, down, straight up. Straight up, nice and controlled. Kind of like you are a bird flapping your wings. Straight up. Generally, we want you to try and hip parallel with the floor. So you don't need to go up here. I'm going to go straight down and up. My arms are straight, and it's going straight out to the side. So the next exercise that we will go into will actually be a bicep curl. So we use the cans again this time. I'll turn aside so you can see it. My elbows tucked into my side, hanging down, and we're going to curl straight up and down, up and down, working those bicep muscles. I see I'm not swinging all over the place. Elbows tucked to my side. My upper arm is not moving. It's just my lower arm. So 8 to 15 repetitions for that. Moving on, we can work on what's called a tricep extension. So this can be done with 1 or 2 hands. What we will do is we'll take our jug of milk this time in lieu of the dumbbell. You're going to hold it, and turn sideways so you see this, behind your head here. You're going to lower it down and then back up. Down and back up. Down and back up. So it's working your tricep muscles. So for straight on, down, back up, down, back up, down, back up. An alternative for that, I will be doing what's called a tricep kick back movement. So you take your dumbbell, or in this case a can of soup, you're gonna lean forward here, support yourself, keep your upper arm level, and you're gonna kick it back and out and straight. Back and out and straight. Back and out and straight. Nice and control. So a great tricep movement. From there, we're going to move on to an exercise for your back muscles. So we'll move forward to our fancy jugs of milk here. So this is called a standing dumbbell row. So you can do this with 1 arm or 2 arms. I'm going to demonstrate it with a 2-arm stick. So you're going to take these. I'll show you sideways first. You're going to bend at the hips. Keep it back straight. You see I'm not rounding over. You're going to back nice and straight, bend at the hips. Take those dumbbells, you roll them up into you. Up into you. Up into you. You want to think about bringing your elbows up as high as you can, and then straight down. So you let your arms hang, up. Up, okay, and see, once again, not rounding. Back is nice and straight, nice and neutral. From the front, see up here, up and back. Up and back. Up and back. Just to show you guys, so that's a great exercise for your back muscles. Moving on to a squatting movement. I have lots of videos where I show videos with chair squats and things like that. If squatting with your body weight isn't quite enough weight, you can progress to what's called a dumbbell squat, or commonly known as a goblet squat. So you can hold your jug of milk or your dumbbell or your can, hold it right out in front of you here, nice and tight, right against your upper chest. Get into your squatting position, legs shoulder width apart. Squat down and back, and up. Down and back, and up. Down and back, and up. Just that extra little bit of weight helps make it just a little more difficult. Great movement, another exercise to do for, once again, 2 to 3 sets for 8 to 15 repetitions. Very nice and controlled and succinct. So moving on from there, I'll show one more leg exercise. So this one is a dumbbell lunge. Most people will only need their body weight for this. Get to a nice position here. You stick your back leg straight down and up. I have other videos where I explain this also. But if you are looking to make it a little bit more difficult, the easy way to do it is to hold on to something a little heavier. So in our case, a jug of milk. So I have the wall here to support myself for the balance. Then my arm hang down, down and up, down and up. And you just go down as far as you are comfortable to. So those are couple leg exercises for you. And I'll show you one more exercise for your guys' chest and your shoulders, and then move on to a couple exercises for your core and your abdomen there, and then we will be finished. So moving on to the chest exercise, and also a tricep shoulder exercise. It works all your push muscles. It's called a floor press. So for this exercise, you're going to be laying down on the floor and doing a pressing motion, just like this. So if it might be a little difficult to see on the camera, but that's okay. If I'm down here, just like this, up and down, up and down. As you see, Coach Luna is making sure I'm doing this correctly. Up and down, up and down. You just go down to your elbows, touch the floor. For kind of a frontal view here. If this is me laying on the floor, boom, boom. It's a fantastic movement. So two easy exercises to show you that you can do for your core now. Just to finish off, we'll use a fancy can of soup for this one. One is a basic type of a crunch, but you're gonna hold your implement straight out in front of you, and your goal is to simply raise the implement in the air higher. So to demonstrate this one here, you'll come down, you're on the ground here, holding my implement up. I'm in crunching position, and then the whole goal is just to raise the implement up a few inches. So to isolate those abdominal muscles and take the hips out of it further. Make it a little harder. You can always add weight to this one over time. The final exercise is going to be the Russian twist, where you're on the ground, you're laying back slightly, you're going to take your implement and just gently rotate side to side, holding your implement. Supposed to work your whole core, all your abdominal muscles, all the serratus muscles, all those intercostal muscles. It's a fantastic movement. It's a great stabilization movement also. Yeah. So those are all the exercises I wanted to show you today to kind of work your whole body with some basic things that everyone should have laying around their house. Like I said, you can use milk jugs of any size, cans of soup, water bottles. I've seen people take elastic bands and a broomstick. Maybe I'll show an exercise and a workout like that here at some point. And yeah, you can really get a good workout in with almost anything around your house. So feel free to give those a try. If you have any questions, just let me know, and feel free to comment below. Thank you so much for watching all those. My name is Adrien. I'm the exercise specialist at the Leduc Beaumont Devon Primary Care Network. Thank you so much, and have a great day.